Hey guys, so a couple months ago I posted about a Q&A video that I wanted to do one coming up, and although it's been kind of a long time coming, I'm glad you guys have been patient. I hope you guys enjoy this. Essentially, I asked for questions that you guys are kind of interested in lately, and I wanted to post one for you answering those questions, and I'll give you guys shout outs, so I'll announce your usernames and your questions, and I'll get them answered in this video. And if there are any other questions, please feel free to leave them below, because I'd love to kind of keep a Q&A video going every month or two or something. I think that would be a really fun addition to this channel, so feel free to ask any below. Amy Godwin said, love the red lipstick, thanks. Also, can you do more outfits of the days? I love those. Actually, I did an outfit of the day after the makeup get ready with me for the first date video. That's like a really long way to explain it. Essentially, I did a first date makeup and OOTD video a couple videos ago, so I can link that below. So there you go. I hope you enjoy it, and I will certainly try to do more of those. Kelsey Rich says, hi Lauren. Hi. I have a couple questions. How did you and Shadell meet, and are you still in school taking classes? If so, how do you juggle school and work? So the first question, how did me and Shadell meet? We actually met online. We met on OkCupid. It's a dating app, and you know, it's funny because when we first started dating, we were kind of shy and hesitant about telling people that, because it's something that the first thing that comes to mind is, isn't that dangerous? Or what about the stalkers? Or aren't there creeps on there? Or, you know, like all the kind of thoughts that come with it. Rightly so. I mean, if I wasn't aware of how it worked, I'd probably think the same. So we met on OkCupid. I signed up for a dating site. He had been on there for a couple years, and he actually messaged me. He found me, and it just kind of went from there. You know, he struck me with his sense of humor in his first message. It was not just hello, like all these random people and some of, you know, the creeps. But, yeah, and obviously we took it safe. We met in public several times before, you know, going in a car or anything like that. And here we are, about a year later, and going strong, so, yeah. So, am I still in school and taking classes? I am not in school anymore. I got my associate's degree in early childhood education, and before that, a year before that, I got my associate's degree in general studies. I hope not to have to go to college again. I am not getting my bachelor's in early childhood education because that's not my dream. That's not ultimately what I want to do. I love working with kids, but it's not what I want to do forever, so I don't want to invest all that time and money in furthering that degree. As far as any other degrees, I don't know. Makeup is my biggest passion, and that's what I want to pursue. And, you know, hoping that in 2016 that continues to grow, because in 2015 it has grown more than other years, so it kind of seems to be slowly but surely going up, and hopefully it continues to where it can become my full-time gig, because that's what I really want to do. So I'm not in school right now, and I hope not to have to go back. But juggling work, YouTube, makeup gigs, boyfriend, social life, what else? Couponing, gym, like all that stuff, that's hard enough. K Dazzling Beauty asks, what state and city do you live in? I live in Connecticut. Emma Bode, or Bodie, spelled B-O-D-E, I hope I said that right, one of those ways, said, did your piercings hurt a lot to get? Do you prefer doing other people's makeup or your own? And what do you and Shadell like to do together? Good questions. I like that you guys are asking these. So, did my piercings hurt a lot to get? In my opinion, no, but everyone's pain tolerance is different. Everyone's priorities are different. I say that because I don't believe I have the best pain tolerance. I know I don't. So it's not necessarily that. For me, I justify it because the piercing is literally 1 second, and by the time you want to say ow, it's already done. Like, if you go to a professional piercer, not the mall with a gun, that is not the way to go, and I learned that the hard way. If you go to a professional piercer and they're sanitary and they're nice and they're kind and compassionate and they listen to you and they know what they're doing and they're experienced, you're going to have a really good experience. You know, they also help you with different methods of healing, you know, Using peroxide's not good. Using those formulas you get from the mall aren't good. You want to use salt water and little chamomile tea bags for the keloids and things like that. So I really recommend just going to a reliable, reputable, awesome piercing shop. And yeah, but anyways, they didn't really hurt. The most painful was my rook here, which makes sense because it's the thickest cartilage that I've gotten pierced. I have 10 piercings total, and I've had others, but I had to have them close up on my ears. I only have ear piercings just because I don't really care for body piercings. So even though you asked a very general question, I hope that helps answer others. Do you prefer doing other people's makeup or your own? Kind of depends on the day. Like, I like doing my own because it's me time. I can listen to music or I can play YouTube videos while I do it. I can do whatever I want. I mean, usually, unless it's like, you know, I have to keep it subtle for an event or I have to do a certain look or whatever. And I can experiment more on my own because I'm giving myself that right. Whereas, you know, on other people, you have to do as they say and as they want. But I really do love applying makeup on others. I mean, that's my dream. That's what I love to do. I could do it 24/7 and never get tired of it. So it's both. It just, I don't know, it depends on what mood I'm in. What do you and Chanel like to do together? So it seems we're movie buffs because it's like our whole relationship, a lot of it has been either going to the movies or watching like Netflix or Hulu or even YouTube sometimes. A lot of video and movie watching we like love to do. Other than that, we kind of we like to do normal couple stuff together, you know, movies, bowling, eating out. We love eating out too. Like all different restaurants. We love finding actually local restaurants lately. That's like our thing. Local restaurants and cupcakes. We arrived late on the bandwagon to cupcakes. Because that was like years ago for people. But now we're like all about it, and we've gone to like so many different cupcake places and like rated them and everything. And then we also like finding new local eateries because we like to support small businesses, especially since I am one. So yeah, we like doing that stuff together. Shelby Coley asks, how do you schedule time to make videos? How do you recommend someone start a channel? How do you start videos without being always... How do you start videos without being always? I'll try to decipher that. Basically, can you do a segment on how to make videos? I can most certainly do a complete video on how I make videos, the process, what I use, and that sort of thing, if that's what you'd like to see. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if more of you would actually like to see a more in-depth video about how my process is and all that stuff. Because I'd love to do something like that. I just never really thought about doing it. So, but anyways, to generally answer your questions, how do you schedule time to make videos? Good question. It's very hard. Like I said earlier, it's like I'm juggling full-time job, makeup gigs on the weekends, selling my children's book now that's the Christmas season on the weekends, a social life somewhat, gym time, just everything. It's a lot, but I definitely, like, if I have free time, like, today is Black Friday, and I spent all day Christmas shopping, and I'm tired, but I know that the rest of the weekend, I'm going to be busy, and then the rest of the work week, I can never really film during the work week, just because I have super long days. I go to work for 7 or 7:15 in the morning, and I end my work day at 4:45 in the afternoon, and that's a very long day. And I'm very tired and I have no motivation to film during the week. Every now and then I'll do a Friday night. But it's either like Friday night or it's generally Saturdays. But Saturdays have been packed lately. So that's why you've seen kind of a lack of videos. If you ever see a lack of videos, it's not for lack of wanting to. It's just lack of time. And I'm one person. Or I got really sick in October. So that's why there were no videos then. I was sick all October. Very sick. So there's that too. Essentially, I make time whenever I can find time, energy, motivation, and topics. So, generally Saturdays, but even that's getting hard, so that's my answer. How do you recommend someone start a channel? come up with something that you want to talk about, that you want to make videos about, something you're passionate about, something that will get you excited to film on a regular basis, something that you want to teach others, you want to help others with, and just go for it. Come up with a name. It can be creative, it can be simple. Whatever name floats your boat, that's your username. And then just start filming. And, you know, I know all the big YouTubers say, oh, you don't have to have the most expensive equipment. Well, coming from an average person with, you know, having to buy stuff over years of filming and still not have the best of the best because I'm an average person. You know, I'm still in my bedroom in my parents' house, you know, having to bring my umbrellas up every time I film because they're in the basement, and using my iPad to film. You know, you figure it out along the way. It kind of sounds like a parent answer to, you know, taxes and moving out and all that stuff, but you really do. You kind of find your niche and you figure it out along the way. You get more comfortable filming over time, find out what your editing style is, and you just kind of go with it. And I'm really not sure what you meant by how do you start videos without being always. I don't know if that means being always available, which I think I kind of touched on, but yeah, let me know again if you want that type of segment video, and I'll get on that. Last question from Louise Belcher is, would you ever get a tattoo? My answer is yes. I'm interested in several, actually. I have, like, several that I actually want to get. Again, like I said, I don't have good pain tolerance. I justify piercings because they are a second, and it's over with. I mean, the worst part, honestly, the initial poking of the piercing is no big deal. It's when they're putting the earring through that hurts, and then the healing process is no fun sometimes. Which I've heard the tattoo healing process is like a couple weeks, versus this earring is going to take like a year to heal. So it's kind of, you spend more time getting the tattoo, but then the healing is easier. But I get terrified thinking about the fact that it's like, this tattoo I want could take a half hour, an hour of constant penetrating my skin and my muscle tissue because I took A&P classes and I know exactly how deep it goes, and it terrifies me. So it's not even like the fact that it's forever, it's the fact that I don't want it to hurt that long. So, I don't know, and of course a lot of people are like, it's really not that bad, but then when I talk about piercings, those same people are like, no, I could never do those piercings. It's really personal preference and your pain tolerance. I don't know. So, would I get them? Yes, if I build up enough courage. So that's my Q&A video for today. Leave more questions down below because I really enjoyed doing this, actually. And again, let me know if you want to see that video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and my questions were thoroughly answered for you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.